All right, here we are. Aloha from Hawaii. So I'm still here with my family here on the Big Island, where we've been just enjoying some good family time. It's been my parents' 40th wedding anniversary that we've been celebrating here, and gosh, it's just if you've ever been to Hawaii, it's a pretty special spot. There's very few places quite like it. And what's up, Kylie? What's going on? Looks like we got D Mains on, we got Nana, Susanna Style on. Thanks for joining. And so as I'm here in Hawaii, one of the things that has really just struck me is how much Hawaii can really help you get radically present. So for example, and by the way, for people watching the recording, my name is Ross Lufburo. I'm an ADHD high performance coach, and I come in here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I didn't get in here Monday and Wednesday this week in Hawaii; it just didn't happen. But I'm here on Friday, and I'm just always looking to drop some nuggets of wisdom and just some insight from a life lived with ADHD, and not only a life lived with ADHD, but a journey of mastering it, a journey of understanding how to live fully, how to live a meaningful life, one filled with purpose and pursuit and generosity and joy and gratitude, all those things that give you just a full heart and I think a full, just lively spirit. So I'm here in Hawaii, and Hawaii helps you be radically present. Because man, I tell you, whether you're on the beach or you're just looking up at the stars, and I'm on the Big Island, just to get specific here, I'm on the Big Island of Hawaii, and this is my first time here. Maui, I love Maui, and Maui has changed a lot, as everywhere has over the past, 10, 20, 30 plus years. And Maui's pretty hot. It's hopping. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of things going on. And Kauai, secrets kind of out on Kauai. Kauai's amazing. I've been there before. It's unbelievable in terms of the scenery, but also getting more and more busy. And then Oahu, obviously, huge city on Oahu. Again, this is my uneducated opinion as someone who's been to Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii, I think maybe 10 times, something like that. But first, I'm on the Big Island. And the Big Island feels a lot like the Hawaii of yesterday. It feels a lot like you've almost time traveled back in time. Because when you land at the airport here on the Big Island, it's an open air airport. It's very, very small. The signage, as my sister-in-law was pointing out, the signage is terrible. Like you're like, where do I go? How do I find my rental car? Like, where do I go wait for the shuttle so I can get my rental car? But there's a simplicity to it, which is really nice. And even when we were driving from the airport here to the resort area where um, we're staying here in the Mauna Kea resort area, if anyone's a big fan. And it's about 30-minute drive from the airport or so. But man, the entire 30 minutes, you hardly see any buildings, hardly see any civilization at all. You just see, right? It's a 2-lane road, 1 lane going each direction, plenty of cars. But again, very, it, you get the feeling that you're in a very remote place. And that automatically starts adjusting your nervous system, because instead of all of the busyness, instead of all the activity, instead of all the advertisements and billboards and shops and things that are clamoring for your dollars and your attention and your focus. Coming here, all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I can honestly just get back to focusing on what really matters, right? And some of those things that really matter, I've just noticed here on this trip, can be as simple as just being in the moment, even with my daughter. When we're on the beach, all my daughter wants to do is play in the waves. Her name's Georgia. All Georgia wants to do is play in the waves and play in the water. And, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. The waves are nothing compared to waves that, my 13-year-old self would have really loved. My daughter's only 4.5. So any size waves, the tiniest waves, are huge to her. And I've just been recognizing how great it's been to be really present. And ironically, I've also recognized the struggle to do that. Even though I'm in this place, even though I'm in Hawaii where it should be so easy to slow down. When I normally go on vacations, this is before I became a parent. So that probably changed a lot of things. I would always have this big itinerary of all these things I wanted to do, all the things I had to see. Like, man, the first time I went to Kauai, I mean, I wanted to see all the secret hidden beaches. I wanted to hike all the trails. And as you know, when you go visit any destination, it's impossible to see everything. It's not possible to do it all, to experience it all, to go to every restaurant, to go to every single historical, spot. And if you do try to do it all, you'll end your vacation feeling more exhausted than when you actually left. Right? Have you ever heard people say, you yourself maybe said, man, I need a vacation from my vacation. And there's a reason for that, right? It's because we go into vacation mode. And if we're not careful, we actually don't transition to vacation mode. We expect the vacation to transition us automatically, but we can stay just as busy if we're not careful. And one of the things that I think a lot of us try and do when we're on vacation is we're wanting to capture memories, right? Whether it's to share on your social platforms or just to put a slideshow together or just to have the memories so you can look back years later and just be reminded of those really good times. And one of the things that I decided to do for this trip is I actually got the new, it's not new, but it's been new in the last year. It came out about a year ago, the Insta360 Go 3. So you can look it up, but there's really no other camera like it. It's a camera that when you pop it out of its little case, it's like no bigger than my finger here. It's that big. It's that long. And it's really cool. Like, I'll pop it onto the front of my hat in this magnetic holster. And then I can just be in the waves and it's waterproof in the water with my daughter. And I can know that I'm capturing memories, but I'm able to stay fully present, fully engaged in the moment. Instead of trying to make everyone put on their cheesy smile and capture the perfect photo. You know what I mean? It often takes away from the moment you're trying to experience. Or there's that sunset and you're just enjoying the sunset. And you're just being blown away and amazed by the colors and the extraordinary beauty. And maybe you're contemplating like, man, like there's got to be a creator when something's that gorgeous. Something had to have made that. Something had to have designed this. But then when you interrupt it trying to capture that perfect picture, it can just kind of ruin the moment. You know what I'm talking about? So it's been really good. It's been good to be forced to slow down. I got out of my mindfulness meditation practice. I've shared before, I practice mindfulness meditation pretty much daily, 20 minutes every day, Like, I'm human, I miss, but I went through a streak of like 5 days from the time a day or two before leaving for the trip, and then the first few days we were here, 5 days without doing my mindfulness meditation practice. And I was starting to feel it. No joke. Like that day 5 of not doing it, I could sense this undercurrent of anxiety, this undercurrent of just, yeah, some anxiousness. And there was no reason for it. I'm in Hawaii. I'm not working. So why do I feel so anxious? What's the reason for that? And all I could pin it to was the fact that I hadn't been sticking to the habits and the practices that make me feel my best, that make me show up as my best for other people. I've talked about this before, so I just want to be real with you that I experience it too. I also experience the the moments where I get out of that, I don't exercise for as many days in a week as I wanted to, right? I didn't eat as healthy as I normally do, right? I didn't have the date night with my wife. I didn't have the special time I normally set aside each week to spend with my daughter. I didn't and read the Bible and start my day in prayer. We all have slip ups. I know that doesn't really go along with what my theme is today, but I just wanted to share that because it was really obvious the effect that some of those habits slipping was having on my own nervous system, on my own equilibrium. And when I actually did mindfulness meditation for the first time in 5 days, it felt so good. It felt so good. It felt like a good reset, felt like a good just moment to kind of pause and start again. So yeah, that's the update from Hawaii. Things are going really well. How could they not? Gosh, it's what's the other thing I'll share? We we ended up having essentially like a private dinner put on for my parents, and what our chef had said, it was a surprise dinner for them to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary. It was awesome. They loved it. And what our private chef told us as they were cleaning up and everything, this meal, he said, yeah, people often ask us, what should we do on the island? Like, what should we see? What should we experience? He said, what I tell people more often than not is, man, relax, slow down, just get lost looking at the beauty of the ocean, right? Just look at nature. Just be overcome with the amount of stars you can see. He's like, man, that's the gift. That's the gift of Hawaii. That's the gift of so many places that we go to escape from our normal life, to escape from our stress, from our chores, from the responsibilities. And I think so often we're looking to do more, see more, experience more. And what I'm recognizing on this trip, and it's part of being a parent, you can't see, experience, and do as much, especially when your kids are, probably south of the age of 7. um, yeah, like they need to rest. They need their naps. They need their solid bedtimes, their routines, and we all need to incorporate more time into our special trips, into our special experiences, even in our daily life. More time to just be, more time to just recognize how we're feeling, more time to appreciate what's going right. That's certainly been doing a lot of good for my nervous system, for my mental health, for my emotional health. And I just want to share a few of those things with you. So I'm going to make it a short one today because when in Hawaii, I better get to the pool or the beach and start enjoying. Anyone have any questions today? Let me know. Let me know if you got any questions at all. Checking here right now. See questions here. Let me check over here. Checking Instagram, see if there's any questions. Oh, dang. We got Nana Susanna Style says, taking the beauty. Thank you. Way to be present with Georgia. Thank you so much. She said, God is so busy and sometimes sunsets and sunrises are ignored. True that. Gosh. I'll tell you, that's one thing living in the trees that I don't always get to experience is sunsets. I live in the redwood forest and it's beautiful. It's amazing. Yet, yeah, that aspect that probably a lot of you take for granted, a lot of people probably take for granted who live in all different places of the country and the world who get to see sunsets and sunrises whenever they want. I have to walk. You know, walking's not a big deal, but like I gotta walk like a good distance from my house to actually see a sunset or sunrise. And not even a full one, like a partial one. And I really have to drive about probably 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes if I wanted to actually see a sunset or sunrise. And so it's really a treat getting to enjoy that and experience that part of God's creation and beauty here in Hawaii. So grateful for that. Um, yeah, well, that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate all of you. And again, as I've said many times before, like I'm doing this for you. This is not for me. This doesn't like check off some box for me because I would much rather be talking to you in person, right? I'm basically talking to a screen. So if there's something different you want to hear about, if there's something more you want to learn about ADHD, about what does it mean? You know, I'm an ADHD high performance coach. What does that mean? Because high performance coaching and ADHD coaching are two different things. I just combine the two. So if you're interested in any of that, hit me up, let me know. If you know someone who's struggling with ADHD, if you know someone who's viewing their ADHD brain as less a gift and more of a curse, point them my way, share this video with them. I would love to hop on a free call with you and to just begin strategizing like, what are some ways that you can start today taking back control of your life? What's one habit you can implement that's been front of mind for so long? It's embarrassing even to speak of because you're like, man, I've wanted to implement this habit for years. We can make it happen, right? What's one tweak in your daily rhythm? What's one adjustment in the way that you show up for your family, for your spouse, for your kids that could begin to take things to a whole new level for you? That's what I do in a very abbreviated nutshell. That's what I do is I help you go from where you are to that next level. And my favorite thing about high performance coaching is that the high performance coaching methodology is designed based on the fact that it's not a recipe for success to improve just one thing. If you just improve your career trajectory, or you just improve your friendships, or you just improve your hobbies, or you just improve your diet, or you just improve your sleep, that's just one spoke. But through high performance coaching, we take a holistic look and we understand that when it comes to life satisfaction and life improvement, all boats need to rise together. And that's what I help you do, is ensure that that next level of your life isn't just the next level in your career and then you lose your family in the process, but it's a next level that gets you closer to where you want to be and you see everything else in your life that matters and is important to you improve right along with you at the same time. It's pretty sweet. So go to my website, book a call. Super easy. All the links there will allow you to easily do that. It's free. Why not? What have you got to lose? Again, my name is Ross Lufburo. I am your ADHD certified high performance coach, and I will catch you all later. Okay? I'll see you on Monday. Bye.